And we are live with session 46 of our Drowned Gods campaign, and we do have Akalupu notes today, so why don't we kick off with those?
Yes, we do. Bloody JB brings us to a death camp. The whole bloody camp is, well, bloody. Bodies lying everywhere. We find a man. He's still alive, but barely. After a quick blaze, we patch him up. Unfortunately, the bloody cockatoo bites his own tongue off after we tie him up. So he doesn't try to kill everyone. I mean, at least that's good. We all settle in, making the bloody camp less bloody, and JB wants to cook up some gumbo. So the unicorn and the Prince of Slyness check around the camp to see if it's secure. We see where Grace has gone. We all see a rather large cloudy shape, shaped oddly like a mushroom. We also heard a rather haughty laughter. After I investigate, I find a rather chuffed unicorn standing over the crater, speaking of Mako, who was where the crater is.
Wait, you didn't hear the explosion? You heard the laughter before the explosion?
I don't remember, dude. I'm just reading the notes. That's the order I wrote it down in, but I think I had a sperming baby and was trying to write in after the fact.
Yeah, Akalupu, he ascribes to the school that cool guys don't look at or listen to explosions.
Exactly, and he's just that cool. She indicated that Mako seemed to be working for the Sharkman as well. JB makes us gumbo, and we find out that there's a winners only gumbo? Yasuka arm wrestles with me, making me a winner. She is a winner for defeating a giant bugger. And PPOP soundly beats Yasuka at a shooting competition, making us all winners, giving us +5 health. It seems to be made with some magic digestive herbs, which is why the unicorn can eat the gumbo.
To a Scotsman.
I don't know where this accent's going. I'm just letting it go.
Don't worry, by the end it'll be an Indian accent.
Probably. Or just a very bad French accent. We all settle down for a night's rest. To be fair, the problem is I started out Australian, and so I'm trying not to go back to Australian, but that's really where it wants to go.
It's close enough.
We're roused by a bucket of water, and JB says,
"Oh, it's a bucket of water."
Right. JB says he could bring us to the bridge. And he did, without much fuss. The bridge looks a bit dodgy. I'm filled with fear and doubt as he disappears into the swamp. We see a bloody big kappa, and we want to get it, but it seems to be anti-magic. PPOP spider horses down and tries to lift it, but a voice, much like the blind screaming voice, starts going. Immediately, Manawanui begins to kick off. PPOP plays the double flute, and the fish with the bloomin' great knockers shows up and pours the white milky liquid into the chalice. Yasuka had a vision about pouring the liquid in a bowl in the desert. Now we just need to get across this barmy gap.
Can I request that it's officially canon that the terrible singing voice that almost killed us was bagpipes?
Yeah?
I think that's canon. I can agree with that.
After that rendition, I don't feel like anything else feels right.
I agree.
That's why Akalupu was transmogrified into a Scotsman.
It was just the bagpipes have completely changed his little voice necklace.
All right. Well, what do you think, Abe? 2 story points again? Or not story points, hero points?
Yeah, I think 2 hero points for the story. That was a great commitment. Even though it shifted, you just kept going. I was going to say no one noticed, but...
I think everybody noticed.
It added to the story. And now you changed the canon.
Exactly.
Your performance. That's how good it was.
I have to find my character. There's Akalupu. I did that thing that opened up into the different game types again.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what. It's definitely some sort of bug.
Right.
I would say just get a bookmark that goes directly to the login page. That'll probably be the easiest way around it.
That would be great if that didn't have to like reload my browser every time because my computer's done.
Fair enough. All right. Well,
All
didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just trying to get you started.
right, so with that excellent recap done, you all find yourself on a bridge, your ears still ringing a bit with this odd, high-pitched sound that you're not quite sure how to place. It's not quite like any other sound you've heard. And you have your chalice, which is currently on the opposite side of the map.
No, Yasik is holding it. I just can't move the chalice.
Oh, whoops. Let me fix that real quick. Controlled by all players. There we go. Now you should be able to
Thank you.
move the chalice.
All right. Yeah, Yasuka is holding the chalice on either side, really trying not to not to spill, but because it magically fills all the way to the top all the time, it's not going very well. And she is not happy about it.
Oh,
Blimey, I think we need to get a lid for that thing.
Yeah, they had like those moss lids or whatever like Mako had on his stupid vials before, I like evaporated him. I wonder what those are made of. Maybe we could like do something similar so I would stop pouring this like stuff on me. It's all sticky and gross.
I think Akalupu still has a 0 to crafting, so he should not be the one attempting this.
Did you say you're not the one who is
Me too.
crafting like a boatload of...
Yes,
Okay, I think-
Agalupu made a lot of rope. Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
That's what I was going to say. Like, a literal boatload of rope.
Well, he had a lot of
have
time, you have to remember.
You have a 0 in crafting, you said?
Yes.
How do I have a +10 and you have a 0?
I also have a
listen.
0. Anna and I just
Oh
totally
my-
disregarded the entire point of the campaign when we were designing our characters.
Despite the fact that, like, in our session 0, I was like, okay, all of you should take crafting. It's going to be a major part of this campaign.
Alright, so Mana Wanui, she's gonna come up and look at the challenge like, oh, I think I kind of remember how they're crafted. We didn't spend too long in that place. But I think I got a good look at some of their jar lids. We've got some moss around here. Anybody have some wood?
I'm not going to touch that.
Akalupu also could say something, but it's not that kind of stream. Think about what you just asked.
Stream. I thought you were talking about like the stream on the map.
No.
I'm like, what do you mean it's not that kind of stream? With a pure mind, Mono Anui is going to harvest some of this wood and moss over here and attempt to craft one of those lids. A 28. Okay.
Nice.
So Mono Anui kind of fidgets around with like the moss and the wood. It's not like ideal materials. But she manages to pull something together. Here, let me try this. As she takes her makeshift lid and pushes it on the top. And
Should I make an athletics or acrobatics to see if I trip and spill on her?
Yes, I like that.
All right. Acrobatics or athletics? I am worse at acrobatics, if that matters.
Well, I was gonna say I think acrobatics because like I feel like that's balancing.
All right. $12.
Oh dang! I said anything in my mind. I was like, all right, anything 12 and under. All right, so you do, in fact, as you walk towards Mono Inui, your hoof catches on one of the uneven cobblestones slash bricks slash whatever those things are, and you just douse the entirety front of poor Mono Inui.
So I look at him, oh, I'm so sorry. You got some in your mouth. Well, at least Captain Lady says it tastes good. I'm going to try to scoop up this chalice before it spews out too much more. I assume that now that it's on its side, it's practically geysering.
It is. It is just like a slow, steady stream, just like leaking out. That's fine.
Yeah. So now, whatever this does, we need to keep an eye on Mono Inui and Captain Lady.
Hey, you never know. So, kind of cleaning yourself off a bit, doing a little bit of spitting motion because, unlike certain members of the group, Mono Inui is not too keen on drinking mysterious liquids, especially from a magical source.
Yeah, don't.
But
Yasuka agrees.
Had her fill. She's had her fill of strange magical events.
That is fair.
And she is going to put the lid on the chalice.
Oh, thank goodness.
I would be a little more careful next time. I don't think the lid would stay on if you fell like that.
Hey, this thing is heavy. Akalubu, come tie ropes on this thing so it doesn't come open again.
Akalubu is definitely going to come tie ropes on it, and he's also going to attempt to fashion some extra ropes so it can be worn kind of like a backpack since it's very large.
Yeah. Yeah, because you said this thing is, what, like a foot wide?
It is. It is a big brim. And it's about you said it's about a foot, right? Yeah, it's about a foot wide and about 2 to 3, 2 feet.
Yeah.
Foot and a half to 2 feet tall.
So this thing probably holds like 2 to 3 gallons.
It holds quite a bit of liquid.
Yeah. So this
Mono Inui, huh?
Do I have to roll crafting for what Akalubu was attempting to do?
No, you're just tying ropes.
Fashion it.
It's just tying ropes.
Yeah.
Huh? What are you trying to do with it?
Well, first I'm just going to tie the ropes, the ropes around to tie the lid on. And then I'm going to try to kind of tie some
Akalubu needs to figure out how to tie a rope for the first time.
No, so as long as I can make a little backpack.
Yeah.
I mean, I figure
quite a few things.
Yeah, I was gonna say it can't be any harder than turning Mako into a backpack.
Yeah, no, Mono Inui is quite drenched in her clothing now, thanks to certain clumsy someone. Cough.
Hey, there's a river right here to wash off. We can dangle you down on a rope like bait.
I don't know if I want to go in the water here.
Yeah, I don't.
Close to that.
Yeah, I bet there are leeches in there.
I was thinking more of those giant creatures that treat Akalubu.
Have you ever had leeches? I would rather get eaten by one of those croca monsters.
I don't think so.
It's
I don't
gross.
think we don't really have any of these swampy areas on our island.
Yeah, there weren't too many on Silicon Valley either, but there was this one place that was like the bubblegum swamps. And, the leeches look all cute and squiggly, but then once they get a hold of you, it's just, ugh.
They're not. They lied.
Give
Don't
Akalupu
worry.
the cup.
I'm in the water. It'll be great, they said.
They're just siren leeches.
She these nice little like pleasant songs, but like very quiet.
Exactly.
Kind of like gotta get you. Yeah.
All right, well, your next monster you're going to create now.
Dude, that's giving me too many ideas. Oh,
All
I
right,
do
well,
believe.
Yasuka will pull a blanket out of her pack, I guess, and offer it as a towel. Because I don't see much other option here.
Yeah. Mamoru is gonna gratefully take the towel and start trying to like get the mysterious liquid off. At first, like all like the surface areas that like touch her flesh, then try and get her clothes somewhat dry,
Yeah.
but it's not going too terribly well. It's not like it's like I don't know, like a cough syrup-ish type consistency.
Mm.
Am I thinking of the right thing?
Oh,
It's almost like syrupy.
Yeah, like
Kinda
thicker than a juice, but not as thick as like a pancake syrup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right, so Manoa, Manoa is gonna busy herself doing that.
All right, cool. Who do you think lit these fires? And why are we suddenly in a desert? I'll ignore the last one. That was just a joke. Because the
The desert or
the cactuses and stuff. This is clearly a desert map, not a swamp map. Anyway, that's why I said ignore that last one. That was just an out of character joke.
well, you see, when the sun light and like the tilt of the earth creates these strange extreme
No.
biomes.
It's way easier to explain than that. We just changed Minecraft biomes. Obviously.
Yes. Well, as we're about to see, it's quite a small biome. I think that Asian fellow you'll just know what that is. That fellow who lived in the swamp. I think you're saying that those mountains up there, that cliff up there, that's where I'm so sorry, I do not know your name. I think that's where his mother is.
But the cocoa biters? You think the cocoa biters lit these fires?
No, my mom lit the fire.
How would she light the fire if their cocoa biters like have her captive or whatever? Unless
She's got fire magic, duh, and she's fighting them.
It did not sound like what JB said, like she was fighting. But I guess we'll find out when we get there. Hopefully there's tons of roasted cocoa biters for Akalupu to eat.
Y'all just get there and it's just like
It's just Grace Glimmer in a crater surrounded by corpses.
I love it. Well, how do you suppose we get across this little gap here?
It's like 2 feet across. We just step
Probably
across.
just step.
Oh, well, there we go. All right. I wasn't going to be the first one to cross it, but
She is a little inebriated. Probably best she was not the first one to cross it.
she's going to
PPOP reaches out an arm.
she's gonna take the arm. She's gonna take the arm. As she kind of gets across a little haphazardly. Oh, I'm sorry, I took the cup. There we go. Alright. Akalupu. Are you? Are you coming?
We got distracted.
Akalupu, don't leave the cup.
Well, it's
Oh,
now
where's the
attached to
phone?
his back, so I think we could just, unless you want us to drag that token with us everywhere.
Anna has to drag that token with Akalupu everywhere she goes.
That's what you get, Anna.
You wanna just go happy go lucky, tying everything to your back? Well, yeah.
Mama Nui, stop being all weird and emo and catch up already.
What?
Mama
He's, like,
Nui,
way back
at
there.
least on my
I
screen.
don't know he's right here.
Huh.
Look,
I
Not
will
me.
refresh my page.
No, it's not just y'all. There we go. That's weird.
There we
Did that
go.
do anything?
Yes.
Okay. I have two tabs open. One, I'm in the game as a player, so I can just make sure everything's, right and not all
Yeah.
right. So maybe that's it. All right. So
Ooh,
y'all
that's a
keep
fun
on-
vortex of doom.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure there's nothing in the vortex of so-called doom. It's totally fine. So as you all keep on walking through the woods, you go back into this more swampy biome area. It seems as if the small desert river was maybe just a fluke of nature.
See, all the water was in the river instead of on the ground.
See, that's thinking
Also,
with your head there.
this swamp bed, I don't know if anyone can see that way up in the north, is just made of skulls.
Don't even worry about it. I'm sure they're not even human. I'm sure they're just it's like, when you look at something from an angle, like, oh, that looks like that skull.
Right, I think the algae is spelling cut off their limbs. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you come to this area where it seems the swamp has greatly widened, and while it's still a swamp, there's not that much movement. You see some movement in that-ish direction of the water.
Could you do that again? I didn't see anything.
That direction.
All right, I think you're picking the wrong layer.
I can see it. It's like it's in the far.
Or left.
Far,
Far
like the
right, far
way
left.
far left corner. If you want to move people's
Yeah.
camera, hold shift and then ping.
Oh, hey, look at that. That way.
Cool.
And you see a more ramshackle looking boat attached to this dock here.
How ramshackle we talk about?
It's been sitting there for a while,
But it
but
floats.
it's not. Yeah, it floats.
Could we
Exactly.
pull up Pirates of the Caribbean and turn it over and go on the bottom of the swamp? They'll never see it coming.
I mean,
Who won't
the
see it
Cocoa
coming?
Fighters might not see it coming. Maybe something
Right,
in the water.
The gators might love it.
But if we could pull the
They'll
boat down on
definitely see
top
it
of us like a turtle shell.
I don't like
I
this.
think the gators eat turtles.
All right, fine. Nobody likes my plan.
Ah, if that's what y'all want to do. It's completely up to you.
All right, so we have two choices. We could either go on the right side near the Vortex of Doom, or the left side toward suspicious noises.
Well, it's not noises. It's just the water's flowing that direction.
Okay, but there's no, I thought you said there was something suspicious about it.
No, I'm sorry. I was making a joke about the skulls.
Oh, there are skulls in there. Glad you
Mhm.
said something. That's cool.
Oh, you ignored me when I pointed it out. I see how it is.
Missed it.
I think we need to get across to that other dot.
Yeah, definitely left though.
Yeah, why don't PPOB? Why don't you and I use our skills in perception to see if we can maybe spot anything in that water?
Guys, the water's safe. The water is your friend.
The water will
There
make
is
us
nothing-
one.
What? Please ignore the map drastically moving. I grabbed the wrong thing.
I've done that before. All right, I got a 26.
Wow, I got a 19.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so as you look at the swamp, you do in fact see two of your good old friends, the Tylosauruses,
Oh, fun.
otherwise known as gators.
All right. Looking upstream, what is further toward the west?
So you look towards the west, and you see that past this area, the water gets a bit more flowing. And if you look far enough west, you see a cliff rise up, and you see a waterfall coming off the cliff.
All right. Well, everyone knows treasure is hidden behind waterfalls, so I think we need to check there first.
That's a ways away in the west.
Oh.
I should preface. Like y'all are heading towards those cliffs anyway, because
So we are headed
That's
west.
yeah, well you're headed northwest.
I see. And what is past the whirlpool to the east?
Past the whirlpool to the east.
Or can I even see that way? Is this like the tree and embankment here in my way? Or embankment, I mean.
I mean, it's a little bit in the way, but you just see more swamp.
Okay. So if that's the way we're going, we could go toward the east and spider climb up the cliff and then see about climbing it as an alternative to whatever is north.
I'm sorry, what? You mean up this cliff?
No, you said there was a far to the west.
Yeah.
Eventually there
Oh,
was a cliff and a waterfall, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like in the distance. Like you look and you can see it like above the tree line because it's that far away.
Oh, so we're not trying to go that far west.
Yeah. Well, I mean, y'all are headed towards those cliffs because that's where JB said.
Okay, so so then that would be a way we could go.
Yeah. You could either go across here and continue on the path, or you could go up the river, and maybe it leads you to the waterfall.
We can bushwhack again. Bushwhacking went so well last time.
You know, like as fun as whacking bushes is, I'm kind of wondering, like, how strong are your rowing arms feeling, Akalupu?
Well, you see, Okalupu is always strong. That's never a question.
Yeah, so maybe we try to go against the current here.
Okalupu's up for the challenge.
And hopefully we can, like, sneak in below those crocodigators.
Also, side question. Where's Mr. Bitey?
Huh?
What happened to Mr. Bitey?
Mr. Ivy?
Yeah, Akalupu's
Like a
pet dinosaur that he saved from crocodigators.
Yeah, my toe biter.
Oh, were you like taking him with you?
Well, I assumed he like owed me his life.
Yeah, wasn't he following us everywhere?
I guess so.
Okay.
So yeah, he's behind you, I suppose.
Is there
Look back.
is there room for him
Sure
in the
enough.
boat?
How
Not
big is
originally
he?
intended.
How big is he?
I mean,
Is it-
he's
it seems
still
he wasn't
perfectly
very
good
He's
bait.
like maybe the size of like It's like that, maybe like that big and like that tall.
So he's like a.
It's like a big dog, like a
German
German
Shepherd.
Shepherd.
Hey,
This-
Akalupu is.
This
is
boat's
gonna
already
turn him
looking
into-
real small for 6 people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Akalupu was a little bit worried about just himself getting on the boat.
Wait,
Wow.
Mano Nui, don't you have like shape wood or whatever? You can like make the boat bigger and less rickety.
I do think I have shape wood.
Also, I think Sammy has repair or whatever it's called as a cantrip. She could also fix up the boat.
Oh, nice.
Mend, that's what it's called.
There she is. Load full character. Could go away. Tangle for British lane. Let me see. Well, my class, which she actually she does not have mend. At least not that I can see.
Thought I gave her that, but maybe not.
Mono Manui does have shape wood though.
So we could like cut down, we could take this log here and use that as extra material and make ourselves a bigger boat.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you don't think it would disturb the water too much.
I mean, otherwise, are we gonna fit everyone?
And that it does look like it would be a tight fit.
Like that, the pontoon on the side, is that even big enough to sit in?
It's big enough to sit in if you like straddle it.
Okay, so you're sitting on it with your legs in the water.
Yeah.
Fun.
You may or may not get leeches.
Or lose your leg to a crocodile.
Maybe. It is an option.
Well, I say we risk disturbing the water because I'm not sitting with my legs in the water.
Where did you say you're from again? The captain is gonna look at you and ask.
Well, you see, we're from an island.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. You sound like you're from somewhere I know.
It'll be so.
Alright.
You seem a bit geek. Oh,
Listen, laddie.
I'm very pale compared to the rest of us.
I'll give you that last one. But, just... Yes, there we go. I just need to sit out of your words, maybe a bit more careful in the future now, because of my forgiven natural nature. And for the sake of something, I'm sure I'm gonna pretend, but I didn't hear you say that.
What?
And work on the what?
I think you're just a bit of a rabbit.
Okay, no, you're not from where I'm from. But I think I should be able to use some of this spare wood over here to make the boat maybe a bit more sturdy and make it a bit more large. If maybe Mana Akalupu wants to haul it up onto the shore here. Well, it depends. Are you just gonna pull it onto the shore?
Oh,
Yeah, like you're just gonna like walk into the water and like pull it onto the shore.
okay.
I mean, you could just grab it from like here.
No, No, you don't need to make a roll. I was just wondering if you're gonna like lasso it and like pull it with a rope or something.
Doesn't seem necessary.
Maybe. To you. I'm just kidding. Did you move the boat? Is my thing glitching out? I think my thing's glitching out.
I saw the boat.
I moved it for a second, and then I moved it back because there was still questions about how it has moved. There.
That's all good. All right. Mono Anui is going to cast Shape Wood, and Mono Anui is going to use her crafting knowledge, which I guess she's the only one in this motley crew who possesses crafting knowledge.
Asuka's crafting isn't horrible.
Would you like to roll and boost Mono Anui's?
Sure, if I can find it.
Mono Anui did not get such a good roll.
Here we go. +8 crafting. 25. So Yasuka got a 25.
So after some work and with the help of a little magic, you manage. Wow. You all managed to. Oh, come on, stupid boat. Hold on. I have to do something. Cancel. Hold on. Oh, that's why. It had taken me away from my, it still thought I wanted to be a, player. There we go. Y'all have successfully enlarged the boat. And you've shored up some of the places where the wood had rotted, and maybe some places where the pole arms kind of looks maybe like they might break. Y'all had to move the boat quickly, and some people would be stranded on one boat and some people on the others. Hypothetically speaking,
definitely was not planned or anything.
No. All right, so you now have a more sturdy, larger boat. But it's been about 2-ish hours of working on it. The sun's starting to get a little past midday.
It's too bad that invisibility only works on creatures. Because I could blow like all of my level 2 spell slots to make us invisible. But the boat would still be there.
Just see. Just don't mind the boat just rowing its way down the stream.
Exactly.
Hey, it's a magical island. I'm sure it's not a big deal.
Yeah. All right. Well, we know that like those crocodigators move like crazy, wicked fast in the water. So if they do see us, we need to be ready to fight them because there is no way we will outrun them.
We could try to be quiet. Mono Anui says, looking pointedly at Akaluku.
Don't even know what you're talking about.
All right, Yasuka's gonna pull out the components that she, took from Mako for safekeeping. I mean, he doesn't need them anymore.
Hey, it's a good thing you took them for safekeeping. Otherwise, they'd be, incinerated.
Right, along with the knife.
Along with the guy. It's really, y'all did what you told them you're gonna do.
Right. All right. And we did warn him about creeping around in the woods near us again. Anyway, so Yasuka's going to look through them. Do any of them smell especially bad?
Some of them have like a bitter smell. Some of them have a more like cheese pungent smell.
Like, is there any of them that if I dumped it in the water behind us, I think it might keep the gators from following us? Or at least dissuade them slightly.
You can try.
Cool. I don't think I have anything else to do with them, so
dissuaded.
There we go. Well, I may try that.
Once she really sniff, like how closely is she like sniffing these?
I mean, she's checking if any of them are especially pungent, so I imagine just cracking the lids is enough to tell.
Okay, yeah, she's good. She's not, like snorting it up her nostrils or nothing.
Nah. She's not doing body shots with random liquids.
Cough, cough. Captain Lady. Cough, cough.
Right? Captain Lady's just over there trying to lick any remainders off of Mono Inui.
Just hold still there, lad. I just want to get a little more.
Alright, well, I guess we're like as ready as we're gonna get. Is everyone on board with this plan?
I mean, it sounds good to me. I think PPOP might know how to make the boat quieter. I know he's pretty good at sneaking.
Yeah, PPOP should definitely be at the till.
I agree.
I can be quiet, but I can't shut you guys up.
Well, we could, just like a little.
A sleep dart, everyone? I mean, the problem is we need Akalupu for rowing.
Yeah,
We'll just go very slow. Because rowing makes noise.
All right, and luckily the river does get faster further up, so that should mask some of our noise as we get further away.
well, whatever we do, as long as we stay away from that creepy looking sinkhole over there.
Yeah, I bet that goes to like the creepy death caves that we found in that one coffin.
I've seen, well, I don't know about that, but I've seen enough of those out and about. And I've seen enough ships been swallowed whole by them that I don't want to find out.
Yeah, we do not want for Shibalba.
Oh, poor Shibalba. Oh. All right. I think we should maybe get aboard and I'm Mono Inui. I think we should get aboard an Akalupu. Guys, I'm not having a psychotic break. Don't worry, okay? Legitimately, everybody stop. I see the look in your eyes. Don't worry about it. No, I think we should get on and Akalupu can push us off.
All right, yeah, Asuka's gonna set up in the back so that she can try and defend if we're being chased by crocodigators. PPOP's also gonna be in the back because he's steering.
And I can take this turn to kind of look out and tell you. See if I see anything in the water.
Where's Akalupu rowing?
Akalupu is going to push the boat and kick.
They're like, we know how to keep the gators awake with something stinky. Akalupu's butt in the water.
Yeah,
I
also,
figured,
Abe, the stern is the back or aftmost part of a ship or boat.
did I say stern?
Yes.
I'm at the prow. That thing, the pointy thing at the front.
Exactly. All right.
Okay.
So yeah,
Do I need to
Akalupu.
roll something or just
Well, you're going to push us into the water?
yes, and then
Yeah.
jump onto the boat?
Yeah, I'd do like a strength check. That's a lot of folks.
Yeah, but it's in water.
It's kind of in water. It's kind of like a little bit beached.
Well, fair enough.
So that while folks got on, it didn't.
It is a swamp.
I flooped my swamp.
19.
A what?
19.
You successfully pushed the boat off, and you've hopped onto the boat. But can I also get a will save from Akalupu?
That's not foreboding at all.
It's not for boating. Literally, do not worry about it.
18.
18. All right. You feel a strange urge to go towards the big black hole.
The good thing I'm not driving.
I mean, you're rowing, but yeah.
I know. Well, I just go like this.
All right, Agalubu, you should definitely be on the side with Yasuka to balance out the weight. There we go.
I thought that was an outrigger, and we were all going to be in like the body of the boat.
I mean, it's like wide enough though to like fit people.
Okay, as long as Akalupu's legs are not in the water.
You don't have to straddle the outrigger. Thank you, whoever did that. I've been trying my darndest.
To turn it?
Yes.
It's really easy. You
The boat
grab
just like
the little
disappeared, y'all. Did that disappear for everyone else?
No, it's up.
Oh, there it
It
is.
just spun randomly though.
thing. You like click on the thing, and then there's like a little like sticky thing that sticks out, and then there's a little bit at the bottom, and you grab that and you can turn.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So y'all actually moving?
Yes.
Yes,
All right.
but like we're
I'm
not
gonna need to get
randomly
some
falling out of the boat.
roll.
You're
All
staying
right,
in the boat.
PPOP, this is all you.
What's all me?
Stealth rolls.
Stealth roll.
Stealth roll. 17 plus 10 plus 12 is 29.
Nice.
Okay, and Akalupu, I'm going to need to get a stealth roll.
To be fair though, Akalupu has better stealth rolls than he does crafting.
Yeah,
Why, though?
and
Why?
are we doing the normal group stealth for this as well?
Well, yeah, because isn't that like
Yes.
Jason's role is a
It
is
could,
a
yeah, so Jason's
buff?
roll, if he succeeds, then he gives Akalupu advantage, and then because
Yeah.
of his feat, only Akalupu has to roll because he has the worst stealth. And
Okay,
then
there we
for
go.
every
Alright.
raise over your DC, he gets a +1. So that's every 5 over whatever your DC was.
righteous.
That's what I need to do.
You need to roll stealth,
Do I need
and it's roll 2 and take the best. Is that correct?
Yeah, roll 2 and take the best disadvantage. And then did Jason get any raises?
Oh, every 10 above the DC. What was your? You said you got a 29?
Every 5 above the DC.
Oh, okay. But you got a 29, right?
Yeah, he got a 29.
Okay, so that's what? 1. That's 2. So you get 2 raises.
All right, so you're gonna roll twice, add 2,
22.
and then take the better.
22.
22.
Yes.
All right.
I didn't even actually have to roll again. I did roll again, but I got a 20 or I got a 19 on my dice
Nice.
for the first roll. And because I got a +1,
Nice.
and then with the +2, 22.
Well, you are not perceived. You may
Hey.
move like
It's the fatty in me.
the what? The fatty.
It's the leprechaun in me.
Leprechauns.
We're little lads.
Feel free to move the boat forward
How many do we get to move before we have to
a
roll? again?
boat increment. So like however
That's a
long
good
the
point.
boat is.
How? Okay, so we're going by boat lengths. There.
Yes. And then do not be left behind.
What
You
button do
will
we
be
hit to, like-
eaten.
Alt. Hold down Alt and then let go after you release your token.
Thank-
There you go.
All right. Now let's get another roll, Akalupu.
Well, PPOP has to roll first, right?
No. His roll.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, you could do it that way. It's up to you.
Yeah. Why don't we get another roll from PPOP?
$23.
All right. You only get a 1 raise.
Okay. There we go.
What did you get?
22. The first
Okay.
time I got a 5.
Oof.
Good. All right. Can I also get another will save from Akalupu?
No.
Is Yasuka seeing any weird magic stuff around Akalupu?
I don't know. Is Akalupu acting any out of the ordinary? It feels like a desire to go that way, but he's not like an overwhelming desire, just like a pulling. Like, you know, if you're like OCD and you have to like go check the door before you go to bed.
I mean,
There's just
Hakalupu
lots.
has a lot of desires that he just kind of ignores. It's not really
It's not
sociably
socially
acceptable.
Yep, that one's going in the vault.
19.
All right, you feel a little less of a pull, but you still feel like you want to go that way.
It's the leeches, I'm telling you. They're singing to you.
Little siren song. All right, move the boat another boat length.
All right. Boop.
Going to be a little bit harder this time, but I'm sure if y'all keep rolling like champs,
Oh
you'll
no,
be fine.
Captain Lady's drunk and falling overboard.
You're like, oh, whatever, that's last I got it. It wouldn't be the... Look at that! Is that how that baby? Wouldn't be the first time she fell overboard drunk. So.
Yeah, in the last week.
Look, guys, the first step is admitting you have the problem, okay?
It hasn't. So,
I was gonna say.
All right, let's get another stealth roll from Ethiopia and Akalupu.
27.
Oh, nice. So that's a +2.
And remember, you have like 3 hero points if you need them. Speaking of which,
Yes.
if anyone didn't reset your hero points to 1, I think I forgot to say that at the beginning. And
Well,
PPOP, I
joke's
think
on
you
you.
used 1, so.
What did you
am I
get?
allowed to like ask if something would be a good roll before I decide
You just
to?
say what you got.
17.
You might want to.
I'm gonna use a hero point and roll again.
I forget exactly what the book says, but I've been letting you guys hero point after failure, so. Figure we'll just keep on doing it that way.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. You all get eaten and die. You poked a pole in your butt, in your boat. You sunk to the bottom, and you're devoured by the siren
I'm
leeches.
going to use another hero.
Oh no!
You
Wow.
can roll twice and get the higher of the two. You know that, right?
Okay, so you're still. I'm not just like having one roll.
Oh yeah, I was
No.
gonna ask if you rolled twice that second time.
Okay, I'm still gonna have to use
Good thing you have so many hero points.
Right. You also got a +2.
I know.
Okay.
18. That was the best I
For
could do.
something that's not actively looking, what was the rule again? Like, as far as like its perception?
So if something is like in passive perception mode, so like not distracted, sleeping, whatever, then you get passive perception, which is 10 plus their perception score. So if they had a +8, it would be 18.
Someone like to throw a rock at the other end of the lake. No, so you make you bump the side of the bank.
You do have one more hero point if you wanted to use it.
I was about thinking. I think I want to
Or-
use it.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say someone could assist you, but that's what Jason is already doing, so.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Wait, don't use your last one there. Roll on actual dice.
20.
Okay. That's good. You were good.
Well, good, because
can I
we're...
roll the will save?
I hope you don't fail this.
I know, right?
Wait, 1. You jump into the water and start swimming. Forward.
17.
All right, so you feel a little stronger now, like you want to go over there. You feel, it feels like your dad's over there. That's the only way you could feel like you could describe it. It's like, you know?
The dad that you usually don't even remember exists.
Yeah.
My dad. The one who left me.
And
Sweet chap.
He died. I wouldn't call that... I mean, he left you, but not on purpose.
you gave up the ghost, man. Alrighty.
Also, I think you forgot to have Manawa Nui do a night's rest. She's missing some hit points.
That was because of the song.
Okay, never mind then.
Mono
Sorry.
really freaking died.
Yeah, that's when she began to kick the bucket.
Have we taken a 10-minute rest so that she can at least get her stamina points back?
Like while we were deliberating what to do.
Alright, good. I just don't... Mono Nui has died a lot so far in this campaign, so...
You're not. Mono Nui has died at least 3 times off the top of my head. Anywho, all right. So let's do a final stealth roll from Jason, from PPOP and Akalupu.
And a 27 again.
Oh, nice! You get 2 races. That's gonna be okay.
Hey, if you fail this, you better be ready to paddle fast.
Right?
Throw Mr. Biter overboard.
18.
The best of 2?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
17 was the first one.
Okay. So don't worry, everybody.
I vote that if we have to paddle really fast, I use my magic ring and I splash acid in the water behind us, and then we go really fast.
I mean, that's basically Yasuka's plan with dumping all of Mako's poisons in the water. Oh no,
All right.
anti-venoms. Definitely.
Does anybody have anything they want to use for initiative? Asking for a friend.
PPOP is probably using stealth, right?
I mean, yeah, I'm being as stealthy as humanly possible.
I think, yeah.
Unlike someone who's getting a little splash happy.
with the paddles.
It's because he's distracted trying to remember who this figure, like a paternal figure of some kind that he feels like is behind him in a swirling vortex.
Right?
Maybe it was one of your
Also,
uncles.
I think it's also be singing leeches right by our boat.
Yeah, there's a leaf.
Like singing leeches.
There's a leaf floating by our boat, and there's 2 leeches on it going larva, larva, larva. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. Hop in the water and come meet your dad.
Don't. You'll be so happy and no longer sad.
There we go. Alrighty. Alright, and you want to use perception or stealth, Kalupu?
Which one's
So,
better?
what I normally do is
Definitely.
just ask if anyone is using anything other than perception. Perception is the default, and if anyone wants to use something else, you just ask them. And in this case, I think PPOP is the only one using stealth, so everyone else will be perception.
Righteous. Alright. Just as it so happens, it's the Crocs that go first.
Great.
Both of them. Dang, they must have rolling.
Oh
Great.
no.
It's wonderful how they can move like 70 feet in the water.
Thomas, don't be silly. They can move 80 feet in the water.
Yeah. Don't forget he'll have to swim around the island. I want to see some corners in that line, dude.
Let's see. He's gonna swim to like.
What's the button so you can like do one click?
Right click. So as you're dragging, right click to make a joint. So don't let go of left click. But what you want to do is drag, right click, drag, right click.
Nice. Nice. Just gonna put it out there. All right, so he is gonna move here. Oh, dude, I forgot they get 3 actions. He's actually not gonna move there. He is going.
He has to roll a will save to see if he wants to go down into the wormhole.
Goes to
I
his
agree.
father. I think you have to be like intelligent.
To roll will saves? No, if you're not intelligent, you just fail them usually. And also, well, it depends. So automatons are immune to will saves, but creatures are not. So stuff like fish and crocodiles, it would still work on.
Is it valid to say that they take an action to like notice you?
I mean,
Is that valid?
it can be.
All right, so it's going to notice you first, and then it's going to swim to here. And
That is the worst pentagram I've ever drawn.
it looks like you like graffitied it, you know?
I was just
It
going
looks
for
like
like an impact swoosh.
So, he is going to try and grab your boat.
Yes, Anna. That is the correct way to do it, Jason. You make all of them the same length. I'm gonna bite you.
What would be a roll to like drag?
Drag. So
Or-
that would essentially
No, drag. Like if it's like trying to grab it.
be grab. Yeah, that would be a grapple.
Yeah.
Does it have that as part of its attack though? A lot of creatures with bite attacks get grapple on their attack.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's going to attack with the jaws. It's gonna take.
Does it say grapple on its bite attack? So if you look
It's
at
got a feat. It's got an offense thing that says improved grab. Improved grab. I'm sorry, I can't read.
okay, so that'll make it easier to do a grab.
Let me see.
So look for
Automatically
traits.
grab a target until the end of next turn. The creature is grabbed by whichever part the monster attacked.
It's a boat.
I love that. Well, it can't be striked. It is grabbed until the end of next turn. Until the grab is over. Whoops.
Yeah.
Use an action, extended duration, the monster's grabbed until the end of next turn. All creatures grabbed by it. Okay, so it looks like if it wants to use an extra action after it attacks, it can grab.
Okay. Yeah, because it would be
Assuming it was successful.
if it could do it with its attack, it would be if you look at the weapon, quote unquote, there is a traits section, and it would be under that.
It's gonna try and hit the boat with its tail. That will hit. And the boat is going to take 14 damage. How do I do that if like it's not a thing on the stage? Do I just tell you guys what the boat's health is?
Yeah, you'll have to keep track of that. You can use, if you click on the boat and there are those bubbles above it, you could use that to track hit points if you wanted to. And then keep in mind that items have their damage reduced by their hardness. So do you know how, like, roughly, is it similar in how strong it is to, like, the green lady? We could use its hardness.
Yeah.
All right, so
I would say so.
the green lady had a hardness of 5, so that'll reduce any damage it takes by 5.
Okay, so the boat has taken.
Did it
9
roll
damage.
to hit the boat?
What do you mean?
Well, you have to roll to hit before you can do damage.
Oh, yeah, the attack roll. Yes, yeah,
Okay.
it did.
Because we need to the AC of a boat is partially determined by the pilot.
Oh, I didn't know that. Jason, what's your? Is it like?
So it's
Jason's
it's the
AC
base armor class of the boat. If we're going by the green lady, it's a 10. And then it's going to
Okay.
be plus the navigator skill, which in Jason's case is his navigation, I think. Or nature? Nature.
Jason, what is your nature?
I thought it was survival.
Oh, yes, that one.
Plus 8.
Okay, it does hit.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty, and that is this beastie's turn. And now it is active. The other one is going to notice you as well. It is gonna swim up to here. Whoops. And it is also going to try and bite the boat. It does succeed in biting the boat. And the boat takes 8 damage. Hi. So that's 16. Alrighty, Akalupu, it is your turn.
Paddle. Or try to kill them, because I don't know if we can outrun them going 80 feet every turn.
I vote we dump all of our toxic stuff overboard. We try to run away.
Well, do you have anything toxic to hold? Are you holding your turn?
I do have.
I think he's got acid.
I've got acid.
Also, after you do that, I need you to take another will save.
Also, but first, first I'm going to. Wait, when do I have to do the will save?
After your actions.
After my actions, okay. So first, I'm going to try to splash acid in the water behind us. Oh,
Are you okay?
yes. I just burped carbonation up my nose.
That's no
Oh,
fun.
that hurt. Okay,
Acid.
yes. Thomas,
Yes.
what do I roll for a spell attack again?
It depends. I, in this case, would say that aiming for the water would not require an attack roll. But that is up to
you
aim.
gotta take the DC of the water.
Is let me see, -3.
So the water dodged. It parted, it hit the dry ground, and then it came back over. As long are you trying to do something fancy? Like you're trying to create like a pattern, or you just
No, I'm just trying to throw it behind us, so it's spread out behind
you
us.
succeed.
Okay, cool. So it does 1d6 acid damage. Just
Alright. If anybody enters the zone behind your boat, so that would be this general area. Can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to take 1d6 damage, which I think the Crocs are technically in, so both going to take.
Was it 1d3 or 1d6?
Switched out of it. I think it's d6. Yeah, this is 1d6.
A 2 and a 6.
Hey, every point counts.
Right?
And 6-on-1 is not terrible.
And then I'm going to grab my demon mask off of my right butt cheek, and I'm going to put it on my face, and I am going to roar. And this mask lets me cast a fear spell with a DC of 20. And it says it's heightened, which means I can target up to 5 creatures. So I'm going to target both of these monsters.
Nice.
Nice. Like, is that something you have to roll?
No, you roll that. So it's a fear, so that's going to be a will save with a DC of 20.
Okay. So 20 and above.
Yeah, 20 and above saves.
Ooh, just barely. Oh, okay. So if one fails, what does that mean for it?
So is it a failure or a critical failure?
Critical failure would be by 10, right?
Yeah, so 10, either rolling a 1 or getting 10 in this case, or lower.
Okay. So it is not a crit.
Okay. So for just a normal failure, it is frightened 2.
Frightened 2.
Yeah, so that's going to be in the modifications section, I think. Yeah, go to, I think, is that a condition or an affliction?
Oh, let me see.
That is going to
it's
be
a
an
condition.
affliction.
Oh.
Or no, frightened. I was searching for fear.
Yeah. Frightened. It doesn't give me a choice to like add level 2.
So what you're going
yes,
to
it
do
does.
is...
That's a lie.
Yeah.
There we go. Value 2. Alright, it's now frightened 2.
All right. And that is going to do what for us? You take a status penalty equal to this value to all of your checks and DCs. Sweet. So that's just a -2 to everything it does.
Yeah.
Nice.
But if somebody else can try to scare them and we can get it up to frightened 3, I think it runs away.
Sammy can try and frighten it. She'll go.
I was really hoping that one of them at least would get a critical failure. Because if they get a critical failure, the target is frightened 3 and fleeing for 1 round. And considering that these guys go like 80 feet and can move 3 times, they would be so far away.
I mean, Yasuka has intimidating glare, so she can demoralize even if the creature doesn't understand her language.
Hey.
Are you?
We're just gonna be like JB. Get off my lawn!
Hey, don't steal my bit. I was gonna do that.
Do you have a third action you'd like to do?
No, if prestidigitation is going to help much. I'm also going to, in case nothing else works, I'm going to throw some rations over, like...
Into the acid?
No, past the acid.
Oh, okay.
But away from it.
That's a little bit far away, so why don't you give me a athletics?
Pretty.
You very much succeed. All right, now why don't you give me a will save? Are you raging, by the way? Not that,
No,
Okay.
Not yet.
That would, of course, come into play already.
not yet. Not unless I have to. I crit succeeded. 28.
You
Noise.
just blocked your dad out. You forgot your dad existed.
Again.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah, you were just bored out of your mother's leg, like you are.
You feel no compunction at all about that.
To be fair, I'm a little distracted. So I didn't mean to look at the GM map.
That's okay. Oh, did you see?
I did.
How dare you? How dare you? Here's Anna getting freaking sneak peeks. Maybe there's something in that deep dark hole. Maybe not. Who knows? Anna knows. All right.
On a scale to of 1 to 10, how glad are we that we didn't go into the deep dark hole, Anna?
It looks pretty glad. It looks very mind bendy.
You know, it's just a little baby Cthulhu.
Don't worry about it, guys. Baby Cthulhu is pretty cute. I don't know if you guys saw that little. Was that on Smite? There's that little plushie.
Yeah. No, there's a whole there's a whole bedtime storybook called Lil Cthulhu.
Ah, that's adorable. All right, Sammy is going to cast Magic Fang on. Actually, we might need. Well, yeah, should have cast Magic Fang on Akalupu.
Tanglefoot the Graders. Tangle them gators.
Oh, it's been a while since I played as a magic character. I was like, I can do that too. I was like, oh, actually, I can't. All right, they now have a 10-foot speed penalty for 1 round.
Oh, yay, they only go 70 feet. That's... I take it back. Don't Tanglefoot the gators.
And she is going to... she's gonna heck it. She's gonna throw her hair at these gators. Heck, and she succeeds. Dang.
Hey, at least she'll get the chalice scoop out of her hair this way.
Sammy?
Oh right, never mind. Wrong person.
Sammy was clean.
Yep.
All right, now it's Yasuka's turn.
All right. Well, thanks for stealing my bit, Anna. Now I can't even do it. No, Yasuka's gonna do it anyway. She's gonna do her best JB impersonation. Be like, "What you silly gators do around here? We need y'all to move on, little guys." I don't know. That's what I got.
Hey, I like it. I liked it.
And she is gonna roll intimidation, which normally, if she rolled in demoralize, it would be at a -4 because they don't understand her language. But because she has that feat, intimidating glare, she can convey it all with just a look. So,
and why don't you give yourself a +2 for that spot on JB impersonation?
Get out here before I turn y'all into some gumbo. All right, 29.
Oh, dang. I think that's a crit. Are you doing it to both or just one?
Can I do it to both? What does it say? Where's the targets? Well-timed under cutting put down, you get to shake an enemy's resolve. Choose a creature. Okay, so I can only do it to one, so I'm going to do it to the one that's already feared 2. The one that's looking a little nervous right now.
It's like, oh no, it's JB.
So you said it was a critical success?
That was a critical success.
All right, so it becomes feared. It becomes frightened 4 because critical success is going to raise it by 2. Does it just have a heart attack and die?
Let's see, frightened 4. It becomes. I'm trying to see if it tells me anything. Nope. You just see it like freaking panic, and it just books it straight on. It just goes straight into that creepy dark hole and disappears and is consumed. You think you see something, maybe grab it, but you're not sure. You're not really looking that hard.
I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry about it.
There's nothing there. Do not even worry about it. No, that's not well. That's
All
not
right.
well.
So Yasuka, she kind of wants to try and scare the other one. Unfortunately, they become immune to demoralize for how long? For 10 minutes. So the best she could do is get it to a +2, and then the only other person who could scare it then would be Akalupu, who's using his mask. So it's not very helpful. I guess, can I use a round or an action to dump all of Mako's chemicals in with the acid and see what happens?
Yep.
All right. I think you said you could do that, so I am going to.
Alrighty, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, and Akalupu can't use his mask again because he can only use it once, but he does have intimidating glare as well.
Okay. Well, the thing is, it becomes immune to demoralize, not just, your attempts to demoralize. Okay, so if we work together, we could still do it. Never mind. Well, I'm going to dump these chemicals first anyway.
I agree. I think that's a good idea. Maybe we can, blow it up.
Right. Maybe it'll push our boat away just like a jet engine. Just huge wave will push us upstream. Again, like in Road to El Dorado.
Yeah.
You know, they drop the pillar.
Yeah. I'm sure there was no ill side effects to, everybody around that.
No, it went great. Everyone was happy at the end of the movie, except for the Spanish and the Tekal Khan.
Right, I think he was killed by the Spanish.
No, they took him captive.
Did they?
Yeah, didn't they clap him in chains and drag him away?
Yeah. That's okay. He'll just die of smallpox.
Right. I don't think anyone died in that movie.
Except for Tekal Khan's assistant died.
That was what I was trying to remember. I was like, didn't Tekal Khan kill someone? But I couldn't remember who. But you're right. Okay, one person died in that movie.
Why don't you? Could you roll a D100?
Do I have to?
I mean, unless you want to not.
65.
All right, 65. Let me tell you. All right.
And with one action, am I dumping all of them or just a few jars?
Well, that's up to you.
Which one would make bigger boom?
I mean, probably all of them.
All right, I'm gonna just dump all of them. I don't need these.
All right.
They smell like Vicks Vapo Rub.
Have you been touched by the water at all?
I don't think so.
All right. You pour the potions and stuff into the water, and all of a sudden it almost smells like some sort of fermented drink or something. Very strange.
That is very strange. Mako was making some sort of weird super yeast. I bet he made it out of skin scrapings or something gross.
Jeez. It is now.
Now Yasuka has one more action.
Oh, does she?
Yes.
All right.
So
Yes,
I am going to use my last action to try and scare that other crocagator. So do I still have the +2 from doing JB's voice?
Yes.
Sweet. All right. So let's
Don't
do another
underestimate the power of the
gumbo.
voice of JB.
Hey,
Gumbo.
I should get an extra bonus for having had gumbo and then doing JB's voice.
Yeah, winner's gumbo. Yeah, so you get +3.
There we go. All right. 30. 27 plus the 3. Hey, did you see your little friend over there? You want to end up with gumbo too, little crocagator?
So the
You
crocodile.
don't like your kind round here, boy.
The crocodile makes its odd attempt to swim away, but it's it's just swimming in a circle, and every time it circles back and sees you, it tries to swim away harder, but it's just swimming in a circle.
Oh, that's an improvement. All right, now that's Yasuka's turn done.
All right. Huh?
Gator's drunk.
Maybe. All right. Now it's Pipiopi's turn. The boat is actually no longer really in danger. You do have an odd-looking crocodile just swimming in circles.
Hiccuping every few seconds.
Yes.
I think we should just leave it behind and move on.
Yasuka is tempted to scoop up some of the water and try to give it to Captain Lady, but as funny as that would be, I feel like it's a bad idea.
If we can make a giant dinosaur drunk, could most definitely kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. All right. So y'all are just gonna paddle away.
Yep.
All right. There's no really need to be quiet. The crocodile is very ineffectively trying to get away from you, but it just keeps circling.
As the
more.
fermented area spreads and moves toward the vortex of doom, does anything happen?
Are you gonna stay to watch?
No. But I want the after credits scene where we cut back to the vortex of doom as the mead bubbles start to spread toward it.
You see fish start popping up, like swimming all funky. The sirens, which used to sound so nice, are just the siren leeches are now just like sound like a drunk bar, like full of people singing.
Nice. Some leprechauns show up out of nowhere.
Yes. Alrighty. Yeah. Are you trying to be careful not to touch the water, Akalupu, as you paddle?
I mean, yeah, you just have to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking. All right. And y'all sail in. Let me this croc. Copy. And then we're going to. We're gonna delete these. All right, so y'all go down the river a little bit, into more of a canopy of trees, and it's getting a little darker, a little bit towards dusk. The mood seems kind of peaceful and serene, if you will, like a odd little like purple, maybe violet hue to the air. Not in a supernatural way, but like, in like a nice, pleasant sunset way.
Oh, and if there's one thing we know about this island, it's that it gets safer after sunset.
It does. Little fish come out in the crowd. They start singing, sha la 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 da 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 da. I forgot all the lyrics except for "You want to kiss the girl." La la.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
I wasn't sure if you'd seen that movie because Anna said she'd never seen it, and I was like,
I have seen that movie once when I was so young. I don't remember most of it. I've just seen clips of that particular scene. It tends to get memed a lot.
I'm glad you know the reference. Otherwise it would have been a little odd. So yeah, if y'all want to do anything, talk or prepare anything.
Are there places along the river that we could beach ourselves and try to camp for the night somewhere? Preferably secluded, best case scenario, like a smallish cave we could kind of shelter in.
Why don't you give me a perception check?
All right, you want to help out PPOP?
Let's do it.
We're
Let's
gonna need
see
it.
some
I rolled
things.
a 3, so I just got an 8.
Okay, I rolled a 4, so I got a 14.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Can we use survival because we are scouting the
Yeah.
area for camping sites?
Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah.
All right, Jason, you are still on your own. I mean, I could roll it. I just do not have a great survival.
So I rolled a 4 again, so I got a 12.
All right, well, let's see what
Well,
Yasuka
you
can
see
get.
some-
Yasuka got 18 plus 2 to make 20.
Nice. All right. So you'll see a nice little alcove. It's kind of set in away from like the swampy river. Looks like there's maybe some nice gentle shores, but there's also like a huge cliffside. Not a cliffside, but more like a large bluff. So nothing from the forest is going to come and devour you if you decide to sleep there.
All right,
It's
and
a bluff. How can we trust it?
it's a trap. Okay, so roughly what time is it at this point?
It's like 5.
Okay. And given the mountain causes early sunsets, yeah, we probably do need to settle in for the night. Anyway, so Yasuka's like, yeah, given how late it is and like how creepy it gets at night, evidently, I think we might have to like just call it a night and try to find your mom in the morning. Because I assume we're still a couple hours at least away from the cliffs, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's disappointing, but I do think we have to stop.
Look, Claudia, I'm sure those what do you call them, coker biters? I'm sure they're good hosts. I'm sure your mom's fine at this point, living in luxury. I wouldn't worry about it if I were you.
Yasuka is like, if PPOB looks at her, he can tell she's biting her tongue enough that it hurts. Trying not to say anything right now.
And they're little coconut fellers anyway. I'm sure if she gets hungry, she can crack one open. He'll be fine, lad. Gives him a little pat.
Yes, thank you, Lockheed Martin. I really wanted you to send me an email so that ding will be on this recording. I appreciate it.
Hey, to be fair, I didn't hear it.
Well, I definitely saw the recording. The audio went up, so it'll be on YouTube.
Ding!
Dude. I have a professor, and he's got like he does not silence his like notifications, and so every time he gets an email in class, it's just through the speakers of the classroom. Ta-da! Anywho,
All right, so we're gonna drag the boat on shore, secure it with a rope, set up traps. How are we feeling about fire, PPOP?
I think no fire.
All right, so cold rations for everyone. Akalupu has to keep
Last thing we
swatting
want is
Captain
some-
Lady's hands away from the chalice.
Yeah, last thing we want is some gators to come try and like warm up by our camp.
I thought animals were like afraid of fire or whatever.
Maybe, but who knows?
Yeah, plus those cocoa biters could see it. I mean, I guess if we set it up like in the back of the cave, it would only be a worry for the smoke, but yeah, it's like still a risk for sure.
I mean, can't really go in that cave, unfortunately.
That's true. We can be near the cave, like in the overhang. We're not underground if there's just an overhang above us.
Well, Yasuka can go in the
That
cave.
by definition underground.
Look, PPOP. For the sake of conscience, don't ask. If you don't know you're breaking a kapu, are you breaking a kapu?
That's true. Because there are also allowances, like if you fell, like when PPOP fell through the roots and had his little Luke Skywalker Dagobah moment with Ka, that didn't count because he didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
But we are doing this on purpose.
I'm just saying there's nuance to the rule. What if Yasuka pushed you all in? Then would you feel okay about it?
It doesn't matter how we feel.
That's how PPOP's shame ancestor feels.
I know. I am devout. I will not allow.
Fair enough. All right. Well, Yasuka did bring a tent. No, she did not. She has a bedroll, though.
Nothing like sleeping under the stars with no fire to keep you warm. In the bayou.
That's a good question. How cold is it? Like, is this Florida kind of temperatures? Like, nighttime is, maybe 5 degrees colder than daytime?
It's about a good 60 to 65 degrees.
So it's not too bad then.
Yeah. It's temperate.
So it's like cold enough to make some of the ladies want to snuggle.
To make what?
Some of the ladies want to snuggle.
If someone needed an excuse to snuggle, there is an excuse to do so.
Y'all just keep calling my bits. Every time I'm gonna do something. Because yes, Yasuka is absolutely going to tease PPOP and is gonna do her level best to snuggle with him.
I'm not fighting it tonight.
All right. So we've set up our traps. Now that we're like on the edge of a canyon, that's pretty easy. We've got our bases covered on that. Yeah, meals. Everyone can have a full night's rest, so that should hopefully get Mono Anui back up to full health. We should probably still keep watches. So are we gonna do the like PPOP first watch and Mono Anui the last two strat?
Yeah, I mean that seems to work pretty well.
All right, that's the plan.
Alrighty. PPOP. How much are you paying attention? Are you pretty keyed up, or you're just like kind of tired?
And Yasuka is there too, if it's PPOP's watch.
I assume it's PPOP's watch, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm wide awake. I mean, I was just on an adrenaline high from being chased by dinosaurs, so.
Yasuka's trying to figure out how to do the leaf whistle thing that PPOP keeps doing, and is not succeeding. And it's making her very angry.
Well, as y'all try and whistle and watch, you see quite a few odd things. You see, for one, you see a bunch of snakes swimming upstream, which is odd, and they don't seem to be doing very like snakish things. They're pretty out in the open. They're not trying to slink.
Interesting. Do they look like they're running from something?
Not particularly. They kind of seem to be aimlessly going around.
If you were trying to talk to the group, you're on mute, Anna.
I said they're all drunk.
Are they wearing party hats and are their tongues hanging out?
Their tongues are like out to the side, like, oh. You hear random splashes every once in a while. And if you look very hard, you see birds are just randomly kind of flying into the water and then, like, spluttering out.
Man, by like within a few months, it's not going to be the bayou, it's going to be the beer you.
The beer.
We're just gonna leave this island. We're gonna come back later. We're gonna be like, why is everyone dead? It's like, oh yeah, some person like destroyed this island's ecology.
With alcohol. Either that or we come back and it's turned into Ireland. 50-50.
Hey, someone's got to keep these people from conquering the world. All right. If nothing else happens during, like, if y'all don't want to do anything during the watch, it passes aside from the odd activity of the wildlife around you, uneventful, unless you of course step into the water
Or drink it. It's going great for all these animals, I'm just saying.
They look like they're having a fun time now.
No, Yasuka eventually is going to tire herself out with being very angry about this leaf thing and just give up and go to sleep on PPOP's shoulder while he's watching, because she's not helpful. Why would she help with the watch?
Why indeed?
Well, I mean, just by being awake, she's helping. Sort of.
Except I think she went to sleep.
Well, I don't know if she's all the way asleep. It's pretty hard to fall asleep sitting up, but she's definitely dozing off a bit.
All right. So as your watch draws to a close, you see Manawanui come up and say, "I'll take the rest of the night."
All right,
And the
Yasuka's still
night
half
passes.
asleep, so PPOP will have to lead her back.
Just pull the old critter bed in the water and push her out into the middle.
Hey, he was just gonna baptize Yasuka.
Yeah.
So that's what the kids are calling it.
Is PPOP gonna leave Yasuka by the riverside?
Oh no, I'm just gonna slap her to wake her up.
What was that for? I was having a nice dream about chocolate.
Well, first of all, you shouldn't be dreaming about anything. It's your watch. And second of all, you should be doing that back at camp because it's no longer watch.
I thought it was your watch.
Fair enough, but I thought you were helping.
Helping. Insert Steve the monkey voice.
LP.
The good news is now it's time to go to sleep.
Yay.
That's why I woke you up.
It wasn't very nice, but okay. She's gonna kick you in the leg a little bit. Like, not enough to actually hurt, just enough to be like, if.
Ouch.
Alright, so we turn over the watch.
And then
Alrighty. Do you hear that?
I do. I think it's coming from outside.
Oh. But the fire alarm is going off. Alright. Are y'all just like sleeping pretty heavily?
I mean, pretty normally. So
Okay.
if something is going on that would disturb us, we make a constitution roll to try and wake up.
Why don't y'all give me a constitution
Or
roll?
not constitution. Fortitude. That's what it's called. I'm getting confused. I'm playing D&D at this and this at the same time, guys. I'm sorry. It's making things weird.
You have to pick one.
That's right.
27.
27?
27.
Oh, that's exactly what Yasuka got.
Yeah.
Wait, we don't need to roll it though. We're awake.
Oh, is this happening
Well,
like as the shifts change?
No, it's happening after you go to sleep.
Oh, okay. So I do.
It's like whatever time it is that you guys go to sleep. That's when it's happening.
You know, Manawa Nui is standing over Captain Lady with a knife and the stone. And one of those blood rocks.
A 23.
All right.
We're a lively bunch.
I was gonna say y'all aren't very good sleepers. So you wake up. Well, you think you see some maybe some greenish light, but very very sparingly. Like a slight dim glow coming from the river.
So the river itself?
No. It seems like there's something in the general direction of the river that has like occasional dim bursts of green light.
Okay. So is it like upriver, downriver? Mostly I'm confused about like its exact location. Like, is it close to us? Because we're camped right
It's
by the
closer
river.
to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You see dim green light coming from the general direction of the river, but it's pretty dim, and it's only fleeting.
Well, I wrote that we just stay here in a defensive position and leave whatever it is alone.
Is Manawa Nui up on watch?
Mononui is up on watch. So like, did Akalubu say that?
Yes.
Oh, well, you see the flashes. Stop.
Can we see
Yeah,
Manawa
I'm definitely
Nui?
say we leave it alone.
Mononui's standing by the river. And if you're looking, like,
Yeah.
are you like wide awake?
I mean,
we got like 27.
yeah, at this point I am.
Okay. Well, the moment you make any sort of noises that sounds like you're awake, the light stops.
Is Manawanui like standing creepily over the water? Or...
No, Mononui's sitting by the water shore.
Does it look like the green stuff was coming from like right by Manawa Nui?
It's hard to tell. It seems like it was coming from somewhere in front of Manawanui, but the river is also in front of Manawanui.
Manawanui, what the heck are you doing?
Shh, quiet. We got half the bayou swamp river.
We're in a canyon. There's nothing but fish near here.
And echoes.
Ice cream.
Oh, I want some ice cream. IRL.
Yeah, I miss ice cream. We had much better food on Silicon Valley than here in the swamp. Even if gumbo is pretty good.
Gumbo.
Anyway, did
Just
you
wait to try gator jerky.
if we can actually kill one without having to scare them away? Maybe one of them will OD on all the alcohol and we can just drag them off the beach.
Sure, it would give the gator jerky a very interesting flavor.
It's marinated. It's pre-marinated. It's French.
From the inside out.
Right. It's
There
like
you
foie
go.
gras, but with marinated meat.
With alcohol. You just feed enough alcohol until it dies.
Exactly. It's like the goose from Aristocats. I need to stop making
Yeah.
Disney references.
Mm.
I was just practicing preparing some stuff for tomorrow. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you guys up.
Oh, it was just you making creepy lights?
I don't know if I call it creepy lights, but
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's like creepy green lights. What else would you call it?
Light?
Yeah, creepy green light was already in the description.
I don't know how light can be creepy, but okay.
That's like saying you don't know how a smell can be bad.
I feel like it's all within the eye of the beholder. You know?
Well, I hope we don't need to get into any arguments about whether it's in the nose of the beholder.
Only if it's Akaluku.
Yeah, Mono Anui's going Anakin on us, guys. From my perspective, you're evil.
No, it's all gonna be fine. Don't worry.
All right, well, Yasuka's like not any more suspicious of Mono Anui than she was before, and Pipiopi has already assured the unicorns that they can trust Mono Anui, so Yasuka trusts Pipiopi, so by the transitive properties of friend circles.
There we go. We're all friends here.
Exactly.
Oh. Buds.
So Yasuka's just gonna shrug it off and go back to sleep, I guess. I mean, it's that or we have another Mako situation. I'm just saying.
Monoranui's dead. No,
just
no.
vaporized. Monoanui has so little health, Yasuka could do it too.
Dude, it would be easier than vaporizing Mako. Much easier. Alrighty. Well, the rest of the night passes without too much cause, and we're hitting about the 2-hour mark. So, how do people feel?
Is this a good point to wrap up on?
This is, because we're about to go on to another map.
All right, then let's do it. Let's wrap up.
All right.
Sounds good.
What did PPOP learn?
PPOP learned that sometimes it's easier to scare than to defeat. Also, you guys stole my bit. When it was my turn, I was gonna use perform to do an in-game impression of JB.
Nice.
Oh no!
Well, you stole my answer to the what we learned question, so guess we're even Steven now.
Hey, look, we're gonna be in the swamp a little bit longer, so I'm sure this won't be the last time JB needs to be invoked. All right, what did Akalupu learn?
Akalupu learned he has forgotten about a parental figure in his life.
And then he forgot again. Like he keeps relearning that.
Yes.
Just reinforce the trauma. All right, what did Yasuka learn?
Yasuka learned that stealthily replacing PPOP's blanket with progressively thinner ones has eventually paid off.
Nice. All right, and Mono Anui learned something that y'all will learn come the next morning.
Da da da.
Cliffhanger. Come back next time.
So I need all of your character sheets. You've died and I can't tell you why. We're going to be starting a new campaign. You guys are in hell.
And you all have to watch Mono Nui live out the campaign you meant to complete.
When Mono Nui sacrificed you all to Topple. And no. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. We'll catch you on the next one.